guys, this is Khafi, aka a cup of Khafi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Woo woo!
Bye bye to a negative mind. Going up, promote them ugly way, them have to die. Live it to the limit and I live it up nice. Only positivity me there a long time. Right by my side, only the family. World change the life.
I hope you guys are having an amazing and fantastic new year so far. Thank you so much for all of the love on the last video. Don't worry, I have seen all the comments. You guys have been saying, we want a Kadoni YouTube. We want a YouTube with Khafi and Kadoni. We want it, we want it, we want it. So guys and girls, your wishes are command and it will be coming soon. But first, please make sure you subscribe to my channel, okay? Please make sure you subscribe to my channel, okay? So today we're going to be starting a series called the Goal Getters series. It is now the 1st of February and I am just starting my New Year's resolutions. So I wanted to use this video to talk about why I do not, and I repeat, I do not start my New Year's resolutions in January. And I also want to give some advice for how you can set some new goals for this new year. If you guys don't know, I released a book called The Goal Getters Comeback Workbook. I released that and you know what? I am loving it. I actually wrote it in the hardest time of my life. The hardest time of my life. I don't even know, when I look back on it now, I have no idea how I wrote this. I have no idea how I did this. I'm looking at it, I'm like, did I do this? Like, I'm literally looking at it. I designed it. I did the writing, I did everything in this book and I can't believe it. I am shocked. I'm like, wow, Khafi, you did that, girl? Like, you did that, girl? Like, wow, wow, wow. And a few people have said to me that, oh, you know what, I'm still using the workbook from last year and I'm actually using it for this new year. So I wanted to make it available to anybody who would like it. There's going to be a link in the
below. In the description box below.
So you can get your copy and I hope it's blessing. I hope it's good. I had to pause right there and not say I hope it is a blessing. Your feedback has let me know that it has been a blessing to so many of you guys. And I pray that whoever else gets it, it is a blessing to them too. Mwah. So I actually want to take the next 6 videos to actually go through some of the content in the book and actually just talk about it and say how can we help each other, how can we actually get our goals for this new year. So let me get right into it. So the reason I do not start my New Year's resolutions in January and why I don't recommend anybody should is because January is typically and normally the hardest month of the year. We even have Blue Monday, which is apparently the most depressing day of the year, and I think it's the 2nd or 3rd week of January. Like, we have just come through a whole month of celebration. December's a beautiful time of just, even if you don't believe in Christmas, just being at home with family. And for those who do, you know, you celebrate Christmas or you celebrate Kwanzaa, or you celebrate whatever, you know, brings your family together, and just having that time out. So you've gone from a lot of people binging on foods, on doing all this, just relaxing, having a good time, and you know, having splurged for many people a lot of money in that time. But then all of a sudden you're now in the new year and it's like, oh my gosh, okay, so I have to lose weight, I have to save money, I have to do all of these different resolutions, and your mind is not in that frame. I think sometimes we are really, really difficult and hard on ourselves when it comes to these New Year's resolutions. January is simply the worst time to start them. Most January resolutions are done by February. Like, most people have broken them and have forgotten about them by the month of February. They just say, yep, you know what, I'm done. And you didn't give yourself the best start. If you were running a race, you wouldn't have the start line here and then start 10 steps behind that. You wouldn't do that. You would say, okay, right, I'm going to make sure I have the best start possible and start on the start line. Or if you can get a few steps ahead, wink, wink, why not? But this thing of us, you know, kind of forcing ourselves and trying to do all this stuff in January just isn't the best because we're not at an optimal place. There's a lot of pressure. It's a new year. We have so much pressure to be the best people ever, to have the best habits. Just ease yourself into the year. Even when, look at the financial markets. The financial markets, you know, and normally in jobs and stuff, the year starts in April. Even the academic year starts in September. Nothing really starts in January. Like, January, I feel like should be a recovery month. a recovery month, a self-care month, just building yourself up, looking after yourself, ready for the year ahead. That's what I do anyway, because I just feel like, you know what, no, I'm not going to put pressure on myself. January I use as a planning month. January I use as a goal setting month. January I use as a plan to kind of strategize and say, what do I want from the coming year? I don't really start my resolutions or my decisions then, but I just plan for them and get my mind mentally prepared for it. There's too much noise in December to be doing that. You're trying to run around, get presents, you're trying to, put decorations, you're trying to cook food, you're trying to do so many things that it's just not a great time to you to start planning and preparing for the new year. But January is the perfect time. Most of us are in our homes. If you're in Nigeria, you were doing dirty December up and down, or this year you may have been doing a very clean December due to COVID. But it's so important that we actually just be easy on ourselves. So if you have started a New Year's resolution and you weren't able to keep them up, and it's February and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I've already given up, listen, now is the time to start. You've already settled into the new year, 2021, baby. You've settled into the new year, and now is the time to go for it. So in my Goal Getters workbook, I actually start by saying, look, I start by saying back to plan A. What was plan A? So if this is February and you set your thing saying, oh, I want to, do X, Y, Z, let's come back to plan A. Let's come back to plan A. Don't beat yourself up about what you did or didn't do. Let's come back to plan A. And in the workbook, I actually break up the goals. So you can actually type straight into the workbook. And in the workbook, I set it up and I set the goals and I say, look, what are the goals? Like when we're thinking of setting new goals for the new year, don't just randomly say, oh, I want this, I want that. Let's be specific. Specific goals are so important. And actually what makes it helpful to be specific is breaking it up into different sections. So in the workbook, I've got sections for personal goals, career goals, family or relationship goals, and financial goals. So I really, really think that those are really good places to focus on when you're setting your goals this year. And in the next video, I will be talking about how to make smart goals that you can really, really go for. So I hope this video has been helpful. Like I said, do not be discouraged if you haven't had the best year ever. Don't be discouraged. Your time is now. Do not worry, and just give yourself a pat on the back. You survived January. I mean, normally people think January is the longest month ever. It just goes on, and your bank account is moaning and moaning and moaning, saying, where's my money? Where's my money? So you survived it. And for me, I feel like this year, strangely enough, went very, very fast. I put it on Instagram and quite a few people disagreed with me, but for me, it has gone relatively fast, so I'm grateful for that. But normally, it's the longest month of the year. You've done it. You've arrived. You've got here. You're in February now. 1st of February. Woo, woo, woo. And look, this is us. So I'm going to be holding your hand along the way. Next video in this series, we're going to be talking about smart goals. So I really look forward to talking to you guys then. And thanks again for all of the support. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And if you guys would like to purchase the Goal Getters workbook, I will put the link down below. Lots and lots of love from me to you. Bye. And I'm looking back at it now and I'm like, you know what, this is so important. And so many people have messaged saying, look, I'm still using the book. I've released it in August, or was it July? I can't remember, but it starts in July. It's for 6 months basically, and people are still using it now. So I just want to give everybody the opportunity. If you would like to get it, please feel free. I'm going to put the link in the description box below. And yeah, like, it is for you. It is for you. It is for you.